All right, gang, I'm going to go ahead and post next week's assignment. It is Saturday afternoon, but I'm going to go ahead and get it posted today. So if you want to get ahead of the game a little bit with this assignment, you can go ahead and do it. So for assignment for this week, you are a sports writer. Congratulations. It is a tough field to crack, but you're a sports writer, and you've got to cover a game story. So here's what I want you to do this week. Write a story of a game you watch or attend. And again, you're writing this so that someone who never went to the game will understand what happened. This is not a column. It's not an opinion piece. The basics of journalism apply here. So tell the story of the game, tell me what happened, and make it about 1,000 words. Now, a couple of things. Going back to week one, know your audience. I want you to tell me before you even start writing this story, so at the top of the page, put what paper or website you're writing for. If it's ESPN.com and you're covering it nationally, say that. If you're writing it for Tech Sideline, say it. If you're writing for the Boston Globe and you want to cover Sunday's Patriots game or the Red Sox game, say it. That way I know when I read it what you are writing about and what your intended audience is, okay? So it goes back to know your audience. All right, a couple of things here. This is all in Canvas. The lead of your story should include the final score and some details about what made the game exciting, like on Saturday when Syracuse beat Florida State with a backup quarterback. That is the lead of the story. Number 3, the body of your story should elaborate on the lead. Don't bury the lead. Don't go 3/4 of the way through your story till you go to the most important thing about who won. Understand it. And number 4, wrap it up with coaches' quotes or players' quotes and tell me what's next for both teams. Again, you don't have to go to the game. It'd be great if you could go to a Virginia Tech game this week or to a high school game this week. If not, watch it on television. I really encourage you to log on and read the Washington Post or the Boston Globe or the New York Times or the LA Times or any of the Chicago papers or even the Roanoke or Richmond papers. Read a game story. I think it's really obvious, at least to me, reading this assignment from past semesters, people who understand what a game story is knock this assignment out of the park with no problem because they've read 10,000 game stories in their lives. People that aren't familiar with it have no concept of what this is. And so I think it'd be really important, if you're not super exposed to what a game story would look like online or in a paper, do yourself a favor, just read a couple of them. This is a solid 15-minute investment to read 3 or 4 game stories, okay? So it's not assigned reading, but it'll be blatantly obvious to me if you've read some stories and kind of know how to put it together. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. It is due Saturday night at midnight. I'm going to be flying. I've got a game in Dallas next weekend, but I want to look at these flying home next Sunday, okay? So congratulations, you're a sports writer, and I look forward to reading your exciting game stories next Sunday.